Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've last done a reading, but I'm here with a brand new one. And this is what do you need to know about your person and or relationship? It could be definitely this has a more of a romantic tint to it. So whether you're in communication or you're not in communication, or you just met them or you've known them for a while, this is what is going to be what do you need to know about your person and relationship. So the first pile that I have is a garnet bracelet with the crystal quartz tower. Second pile I have is a rose quartz bracelet with a chevron amethyst tower. And the third one that I have is a cherry quartz bracelet with a cherry quartz tower. So 1, 2, 3, go ahead and take a look. Meditate on which one speaks to you. And then I'm going to give a couple of notes and information before the reading while you're looking at that. So as you know, this is a pick a card reading. You look at the pile or the group that you like, you pick that card, and I'll have the timestamps in the description where you can go straight to. As this is a general reading, it is not going to apply to everyone. If that's the case, thank you so much for checking me out. I hope you come back and join me again for some time. If it does resonate with you, go ahead and leave a comment and some feedback. Let me know. If there's something that you'd like me to touch upon in the future, absolutely send suggestions. I'll also put what decks I'm using in the description as well. All right, without further delay, let's get started. All right, welcome group one. If you chose group one, you chose the crystal quartz tower and the garnet bracelet. Now, crystal quartz is known for cleansing, amplifying, and protecting properties, while the garnet revitalizes and inspires love and devotion, balances sex drives, and helps to alleviate disharmony while enhancing courage and hope. So a welcome group one. I'm using the Lover's Path Tarot. The first card that I drew and shuffled is Magic or the Magician. Second card is Tradition or the Hierophant. Third card is Oppression and the Tower reversed. Fourth card is Love, the Lovers, which is awesome. So right away, these are all major arcana, which is amazing. You've got the Magician, the Hierophant, the Tower, the Lovers. This is a divine connection, you guys. This connection has been written in the stars. Like, this is an amazing connection. Starting with the Magician, this card tells me that this connection is being manifested by the both of you, and it is being consciously manifested. Like, at some point, both of you has said out loud, this is what I want, this is what I need, and this is what I deserve. And while you may not have named any names while you were having this imagery or saying this mantra, there is definitely more than a small likelihood that an image of each other appeared in your thoughts while you guys were doing this. So this is being manifested and worked on by both of you. As I said, this is a divine connection and you both are working towards it. Absolutely. For tradition, while both of you are manifesting each other, there are some roadblocks and some parts where either one or both of you will stumble along the way. There'll be some morality issues. There may be, some morality issues, such as one or both of you being involved in a current relationship or flirtationship. It could be a professional imbalance of power, such as one of you being subordinate to the other, which for some of you is actually not the serious issue you believe it to be with all involved. The energy that I got, and I'm sorry, I'm going to be pretentious for a minute, is the course of true love never does run smooth. And I totally know that's from Midsummer Night's Dream and not Romeo and Juliet, but that's the whole energy of this card. It's not an easy path, and at times it's not a pleasant path, but it is the path you are meant to be on. And it fits so well. Now, with oppression and the Tower reversed, there is a significant amount of guilt that your person is feeling. There may be a little shame, like they shouldn't be feeling these towards you. Your person is currently undergoing or starting to undergo their own personal transformation, and I feel it's not going to be a quick one. Everything this person believed about themselves, about who they were, as a partner in a relationship, who they were as a person. It's evolving, and their whole world is being turned upside down. There may be a sexuality crisis or understanding or an aha moment, and there may be a cutting of cords from a karmic relationship that is no longer either just ambivalent, or it's actively starting to inhibit their own growth and happiness. And that's a hard realization for a lot of people to make when they realize that the relationships that they have built years and years and years aren't really what's best for them anymore. And you form these bonds and these cords with people, and it can transcend lifetimes. And it just may be that that connection is no longer serving, and they need to walk away. And that's a hard truth for them to follow, which brings us to the Lovers, which I find absolutely amazing. So this is a coming together of you both, and it's passionate and it's full of desire, and the actual desire to come together was a conscious choice, much like the manifestation that you both had of each other, manifesting this connection. When you do come together physically and sexually and emotionally, it's because you sat down and you decided that this is what I want, and this is what I need, and this is what I deserve. So this connection isn't just going to form from some hormone fueled heavy petting session, although that would be super fucking hot. That's not how this connection comes about. The physical aspect of your coming together will be pretty awesome, not gonna lie, but it is a conscious decision made after coming to terms with who they are as a person, and after they start to undergo their own transformation process. They choose you. They decide it's you, and you in turn do the same, and not just because you're thinking with your sex organs. You decide this on a absolutely logical level. Absolutely. So let's take a look at the sex connection. First card is the Wheel reversed. Second card is the Tower. And I'm going to tell you straight out right now, I have issues with this card. This deck is very cis, white, hetero, and the only POC representation are two, and one of them is a Tower, and it's not a very favorable one. I do have another deck on order that I hope remedies the situation, so I don't vibe with this card, essentially, but it's what it came out. It's what I'm going to read. So we have the Tower. We have the Ten of Wands reversed, and we have the Queen of Cups reversed. So starting with the Wheel reversed, this card speaks to me of change. There are three different aspects of womanhood in this card, and with the card being inverted, I feel as if this is three different aspects of yourself, sexually speaking. The sexual you show the world. The sexual you show your lover. And the sexual you are afraid to acknowledge. With the Tower following immediately after, this is telling me that you're going to undergo your own transformation. But this one is definitely more intimately related. I feel there are some issues that you need to deal with regarding vulnerability and fidelity within a sexual relationship. And I think it's important that you are no longer a passive participant in your sexual life. Your choices not only affect you, but your partners as well. And all of those choices have repercussions, whether they're positive or negative. And I think it's time that you fully accepted your own sexual power and sexual strength and have come into your own. And with the Ten of Wands, the card booklet, because I had to look because it wasn't coming to me. The card booklet says that the power of man meets the power of woman. Success and love must satisfy both partners. So again, you are not a passive participant. You can't just lay there and expect to see stars every time. You have to unleash your inner sex god or goddess. Don't inhibit yourself and move forward. Remember, you can give as good as you get, and your person needs to see that, not only so they can be aware of the magical sexual creature that you are, but so that they can in turn feel desired and wanted as well, and most importantly, to feel seen. Your person wants that peace of mind that they have come to you fully naked, completely bare, and you have seen them and everything they have to offer, and have wanted them either anyway, in spite of, or because of all that they are. And they need that just as much as you need that validation. It's super important to them, and it helps build trust. But there are issues that you've got to come to terms with and accept and release as well. And that's where the Queen of Cups comes in. And the key word, and she's beautiful, the key word of this card is tenderness. The man is on his knees suckling at her breasts, and your person thinks about this position a lot. Like, they want to be nurtured, and they're afraid of making that or stating that out loud. And there may be a little shame wrapped within that wanting, because it's not, they were told it's not something that they're supposed to want, or that they're supposed to get, that they can only give that. But you in turn can give them what they want, because you care for their emotional needs just as much as they care for yours. Because these last two cards are reversed, I feel normally I would say it would be towards you, but this is definitely what your person is feeling. They need this nurturing. They need this nurturing, and they need you to come into your own, to accept your own sexual aggressiveness and control and power. And again, those issues that you need to work through, the fear of vulnerability and being seen, and being a passive participant. You need to take the lead more, and that's scary because you're not used to doing that. But man, when you do, it's amazing. Your person needs not only that sexual power that you have, but they also need that tender and soft energy from you as well on occasion. They need that power play so they can let go of the stress and power that they carry and be taken care of. And so that's what I'm getting. Like, just like in these cards, like, your coming together is going to be awesome, but you have to continue to do the work to get to that point. And don't be afraid to, make yourself vulnerable or put yourself in a position where you're not in control, because those roles will reverse time and time again. Like, the power play isn't one person is always dominant, one person is always submissive. It's whomever needs that to let go of control is going to be able to let go of control, and that person will accept that control and power and take care of them to the best of their ability and satisfying their needs, which I think is beautiful. Last but not least, we are going to do, okay, we have the Moon reversed, Nine of Wands reversed, Three of Swords reversed, and Two of Swords reversed. All right, so the Moon. Some of you may be experiencing waxing and waning feelings of insecurity or bravado. One minute you're like, yes, they feel the same, this thing is going to happen, it's going to be fucking great. And then the next moment you can't shake the doubt, like, why would they even look at me? This is stupid. Is this all in my head? Am I imagining this connection? Sometimes you just want to scream into the void, and other times you just want to like make, goo-goo eyes at them and just like, we're gonna be together. Although if you do that, that's kind of creepy, so I don't suggest whispering that to them, especially if you're not in communication now. But with the Nine of Wands, this is about your insecurity. You feel as if you have a good grasp of the situation as it is, but you don't trust yourself. You're afraid to trust the signs and omens that you've seen. And there's quite a few of them. Like, you're getting what you need and you're acknowledging it, but you doubt your ability, and you doubt what you're capable of, and you doubt your intuition. You have the knowledge and the answers, and you've manifested, like, both of you are manifesting this connection. This is all you guys. What you're doing is working, and you have to believe in that. You're not alone in this connection, and you have to accept that magical part about yourself. The Three of Swords. the quote in the book was, some suffering can only be moved through, not avoided or denied. So again, with this whole tower moment that your person is going through, and then the sexual tower moment that you're going through, you have to work through it. You can't just ignore it or bypass it. You have to live through it. It's almost like there's that Bene Gesserit saying from Dune, where the fear moves through me, and when it is gone, only I remain. That's exactly what you have to do. You have to acknowledge, accept, release, and move on. And especially with the Three of Swords energy, your person has a lot of emotional baggage to sort through and work through. And this is definitely a karmic relationship that they're dealing with. They may even be withdrawing emotionally or physically from you, so they can process this whole situation and give it their complete and utter focus, which would in turn lead to your self-doubt. You're like, now they're pulling away. Did I do something? This is stupid. They don't feel anything. They don't even realize I'm here. Your person just has a lot of work to do, and that's evidenced by the Two of Swords. They have withdrawn, and they're giving this situation that they're currently in their complete and utter focus. Like, they are ready to just like start decimating anyone who comes in and tries to disrupt their conversation. So they've pulled back to protect those they care about and to protect themselves so they can process this. Because I get your person is very logical. I feel that they're very logical, analytical. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at statistics. Let's look at what's happened in the past kind of deal before. So while this does have some third-party energy, I feel that that third-party energy is what they're working through. And I feel that there is definitely a karmic relationship that they are trying to release as well. So that's what I got for the tarot cards. Let's take a look at some romance angel cards. So what can group 1 expect? Okay. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And that could be a thing. That could be also along the business vibe, where you're subordinate and they're a superior or a supervisor, and you feel that there's definitely a power imbalance, and they're focused on work and they're focused on keeping home and personal life separate. So what does group 1 also? Okay. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this, again, this could be the withdrawing from the, withdrawing from communication, withdrawing from you that you have gone through, or that they have stepped back so they could process. And that's normal, and that's to be expected. They need to give this entire connection and the connection they currently have with someone else the full focus of their ability, so they can do this right, so they can avoid any mistakes that they made in a past life relationship. I feel this isn't the first time that you guys have been with each other or met with each other. Again, it's not a karmic relationship. A karmic relationship is what they have, that they're sorting through right now. But you guys are manifesting this divine connection. All throughout history, in different time periods and different, different eras and eons, you guys have met and come again, and you're still working through the lessons. Ooh, big past life energy. You're still working through the lessons that maybe you didn't quite get before. And like, it's within your grasp. The connection is within your grasp. But they need to be allowed to take that step back as well. And then last but not least, what energies are we getting for group 1 of their person? So we've got Pisces energy, which is definitely emotional. And we've got one more, please. So your person could be a Pisces, you could be a Pisces, or your person could have Pisces in their chart. What other energy in this connection? Okay. Aquarius and Capricorn energy. So fire, water, earth, and water. So definitely some, it could be, and these doesn't have to be the signs of your person. This is the energy that this connection is getting off. So fiery, passionate, creative. There's a balance of logical and emotional, but with a tendency for the emotional to take over. Emotion is very dominant in this connection. Motherfucker. Sorry, personal rant. for the most part, this is a well-balanced connection. Emotions do tend to get high, and that's something that everybody has to work through. I think this mostly has to do with you, less about their person. They are a fiery individual, but they can definitely control it a little more. All right, guys, so that was group 1. I hope you liked it. I hope it resonated a little bit with you. If it did, let me know in the comments, please. I adore feedback. And again, if you have a subject that you'd like me to read on or cards you'd like me to pull, let me know in the comments and I can do a reading for that. I'm also accepting limited personal readings, and I can put that information in the description as well. Thank you again for joining me, or excuse me, for joining me, and I look forward to interacting with you all again soon. Thanks. Bye. Hey guys, welcome group 2. If you chose group 2, you chose the Chevron Amethyst Tower and the Rose Quartz bracelet. So Rose Quartz is obviously the crystal of love, of us being receptive to all forms of love, as well as giving all forms of love. Anytime I work with rose quartz, I also like to balance it with amethyst. Amethyst because it's a logical stone as well, and it helps with intuition. So you want to balance that emotional aspect with the intuition and logical aspect as well. Thinking with our heart is great. Thinking with our head is fantastic. We never want to focus too much on one or the other. As in all aspects of our life, we are seeking balance. So that's what you picked for group 2. Let's get into the tarot reading. I'm going to start with the Lover's Path Tarot. The first card that I drew was Justice, followed by 3 of Cups, followed by Temptation reversed, and Triumph reversed. So right away, there is a lot of impatience and frustration with you and your person in this reading. Your person feels as if this relationship is their due and they're entitled to the culmination of it, and it's not moving fast enough. I feel like there's an overwhelming sense of sadness too. Like this is something that felt so close to coming to fruition, only to be taken back and told not yet. This situation and this feeling is temporary though. Like the hurry up and wait feeling will eventually dissipate, and it's not just them. You want the situation to progress as well, and you're getting frustrated with the way things are. Especially, that's the feeling I'm getting with this Justice card. The 3 of Cups, this card immediately follows Justice, and it's about celebration and happiness. But because this card is reversed, it's also a warning against like partying too hard with too many people too soon. The timing is just not right for this connection to solidify yet. So don't fret and try to push it along, because it's not going to help the situation at all. And then we've got Temptation, which is the Devil card, and so there's big Capricorn, earth, and water energy with this as well. For Temptation, because this card is reversed, your person is free from the temptation that you fear is standing in the way of this connection. So there is no third party energy. There's no person waiting in the wings that your person is currently involved with. But you're scared of that. You fear that. And it could be a self-confidence issue. You may feel this person, for whatever reason, is above you, or you don't deserve them because they're like so hot or so smart or so talented, which totally isn't the case. You guys are a really good match for each other. Like you are matched, like logically speaking, emotionally speaking. It's just there are external factors other than third-party information that are standing in the way of this connection right now. So again, your person is free from temptation. Search your feelings. You know this to be true. Trust your intuition in regards to this. Not the voice in your head that's telling you that you're lesser, but your intuition that says you're a fully capable, amazing human being. This card is also saying that you may not be sure the direction this connection is going, but it's definitely progressing just on its own schedule, and you can't control that. And I think that's really frustrating for you, is that this progression is out of your control. And you're like someone who likes to have everything periodically line up, and once this is done, then this next step happens, and then followed by this step. And that's not how this connection is progressing. We've got Triumph for the fourth card. And with this card reversed, it does mean that a more hopeful period is coming your way. I mean, this relationship is literally a bunch of baby steps, small advancements and achievements that push everything along. And I know that this is frustrating for you because both you and your person want what you want when you want it and not a moment later. But with these cards being reversed, I feel it's just a confirmation of the slower energy, the slowing down of forward momentum. It's like when you're in a dream and you're running from something, but you can't ever run as fast as you want it, and it's scary and it's frustrating, and you want to break out of that almost like molasses slow feeling. But these cards are saying that this is how it has to be right now. It needs to be slow for this to be a strong connection, and for it to be the connection that you want. Now for the sexual energy of this reading, we've got the King of Swords reversed. We've got the Knight of Swords reversed. We've got the Knight of Cups reversed. And we've got the Hanged Man. So with the King of Swords reversed, I feel as if you and your person are communication with each other, but not quite the way you both want to be. Again, something is holding you guys back from solidifying this connection. The King of Swords in this iteration is about strength, but it's important that you don't forget that there are many forms of strength. There is not just physical and mental. And to some, strength equals power, and power draws envy. And if you can see, there's someone who's poking or peering through the window who looks bitter and pinched at the erotic intimacy that is going on in this scene. So this connection is being watched and observed, possibly from someone who wants what you want, but is in no way even close to being on your person's radar. And they want that sexual energy. And it may not even that they want your person, but they want that sexual energy and that unresolved tension that you guys share. Because that shit is obvious. The Knight of Swords, there's like a big thrill with this flirtationship as it is right now, but it's kept so on the down low. But it's not as secret as you both think it is, because that sexual tension is so damn obvious. Sometimes people can't help but be smacked in the face by it. You may feel as if you're in your own little world, but people are peeping, and I feel it's definitely on social media. It could be in a professional environment as well. One, naughty sentence can be mistakenly overheard 3 cubicles away or something like that. So that's what I'm getting from the Knight of Swords. But yeah, social media conversations are being watched as well. So for the Knight of Cups, and you got 2 knights, and knights are also the junior suit of the deck. So that means nothing is fully formed yet. It's still in the beginning stages, and that's just a confirmation. Like the king is the ultimate, but you still got more knives than king in there. So the Knight of Cups, your person may have some old-fashioned notions about sexual purity, and that may throw you for a loop. They simultaneously look forward to you and fear your sexual experience. Like they may focus on the number of people you've been intimate with, but they do come to that realization that any experience that you have is only going to work in their favor. But it takes them a while to get past that, because that's how they're raised, and that's just not how you are. It's not the quantity, it's the quality, so to speak, when it comes to sexual experience. So they have a hang up about that a little bit. And speaking of hanging, we've got the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man says that there is a very strong bond between you two. You have made sacrifices for each other, and you will make sacrifices for each other in the future. They do eventually come to terms with their outdated sexual notions, and they do realize that they're simply outdated. But there has to be a lot of compromise in this relationship at first. And one person can't do all the giving and the other person can't do all the taking. You both will have to work really hard to ensure a healthy balance once you come together, not just in your sex life, but in the other mundane, boring parts of your relationship as well. That saying that relationships take work, this is going to take a lot of work. There has to be open communication between you two, which brings us to the Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Four of Swords reversed, and Eight of Wands reversed. So overall feeling, these cards just reiterate the fact that the connection was going to move at a steady and methodical pace, especially the Eight of Pentacles. Like, he's just plodding away, he's working, he's doing what he needs to do to get things done. You have to continue to work on it and plan, but nothing you can do will change the pace of it. So that's something that you have to come to terms with. Things are going to happen in their own time when it's ready and not when you want them to. But I mean, you've got the Ten of Cups right here. So like, this is success and happiness and abundance and proof that your hard work is going to pay off. And the effort that you put into this relationship will be the effort you get out of this connection. And I think that's really important to remember, is that what you put in, you're going to get. So if you put in effort and you focus and learn and try and listen and act and compromise every day, that's what you're going to get. But the moment you get lazy or you start slacking off, then you're going to see that the emotional connection that you were getting before is not. So great things are coming your way, but this is not a reason to slack off, okay? Not a reason to slack off. And we've got the Four of Swords reversed energy here, which, because it's reversed, again, the roadblocks and stagnation that plagued your connection before are permanently or will be put to rest. So you're going to overcome that. This will be a period of rest and relaxation. But the Eight of Wands reversed wants us to remember to not get complacent. You know, like I mentioned for the Ten of Cups, you will have to work harder for this connection. And that's just how it is. You're going to have to work harder for this connection. There's going to be a lot of external forces, kids, you know, work, career, hobbies that are going to threaten to drag this connection down. And you have to fight against, you know, just letting things go and not fighting for it, because this is a great connection. This is an important connection for you. And I think it's important that, you know, you must present a united front as a team, and that any action you as a couple perform together, that you are both in agreement with. Major purchases, major career changes, moves, children, you have to work together as a team to make decisions together. You can't leave a partner in the dark and expect everything to work out. So you make your plans so they take flight and hit their mark. And these always remind me of arrows in action. So this is a great connection, or this will be a great connection. Right now, it's still in the definitely pre-forming stages. So there's a lot that is still going on behind the scenes. But eventually, when this connection solidifies, it's going to be a strong one. Just know that you have to continue to work at it. You can't just relax and assume that if you don't put any care into it, that it'll thrive. I mean, it's almost like a house plant. You have to give it what it needs and nurture it to grow. So let's pull some romance angel cards. What can group 2? Oh, so we've got 3. All right, so we've got healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Yes, this is your soulmate. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy. And honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So there's definitely, and these could be into some of the roadblocks that are plaguing the relationship. There's definitely some family issues that are coming into play. And there's definitely some self-confidence issues, like I believe I mentioned before, that are affecting the progress of this as well. And that's going to take work for you to look inside, as well as your person to look inside. I feel the family issues are definitely on your person's side, where the vulnerability issues are definitely on your side. That's just what I'm getting right now. And then a soulmate, I'm like, so this connection, you know, is pretty much destined for you. You're manifesting this connection. And it will be what you want, but you have to work for it. But take the time to enjoy I feel like a small secret getaway is in the future. Again, this connection isn't fully out in the open, but you two are going to have an opportunity to grow closer and strengthen that connection a little bit more. And then let's just get what overall energy we experiencing from group 2's person. Oop, two of them fell. Okay, so we've got Capricorn and Pisces energy, which is hilarious because these are the exact same 2 cards that came out in the first reading. So we've got water energy and we've got earth and water energy. So overall, it's a fairly balanced connection. Again, I feel as if you and your person can get very emotional, passionate. You know, there's churning water, and like, I definitely feel like you can get very passionate with your emotions at each other. And it's harder for one of you to come back down to earth once you hit that emotional peak. I get definitely big Pisces energy. And you don't have to be a Pisces or Capricorn, and your person doesn't have to be Pisces or Capricorn. This is just the energy that I'm getting. So that was group 2's reading. Let me know if anything resonated with you. I love constructive criticism and comments and hearing if something was right. If not, thank you for checking me out. I hope you come back again sometime soon, and I'll see you guys around. Thanks. Bye. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose group 3, you chose the Cherry Quartz Tower and the Cherry Quartz Bracelet. So Cherry Quartz, I believe, is a man-made mineral, and this is a stone of healing emotional wounds. Cherry Quartz can also lend a serene and calming energy and helps diffuse anger and jealousy and resentment. So let's get started. So the first card that I drew was the 4 of Coins, followed by the 5 of Coins, followed by Power reversed, followed by the 6 of Staves reversed. So right now, what I'm getting, there is a current sense of satisfaction in this connection, group 3, monetarily speaking. But the 5 of Coins following immediately the 4 of Coins tells me that this was not always so, and it may have been fairly recent, or both of you wondered how the hell you were going to pay the bills or put food on the table. And it may not have been that dire, but that was definitely a fear that was starting to encroach in. With the Power card, your person may have been feeling that they weren't doing enough to provide for you and for your family. There may have been feelings of insecurity, and you may have noticed them to be a bit more bitey or passive aggressive in their words and actions. This is definitely a marriage, and it may not be like the whole church and priest, but this is a long-term commitment that this connection is going on. While you are currently fed and clothed and have a roof over your heads, you feel as if you haven't quite emerged out of the woods yet. And this frustrates both of you, you and your person. You feel as though that it isn't fair. You've both worked hard and you've done everything you should have, but your finances and career and prosperity don't reflect the hard work you've put in, and it's putting a strain on your relationship. Let's see. So we've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. We've got the Devil. And we've got 4 of Wands. So the Ace of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles, this is your intimate life. And this shows that it is still right on the money the majority of the time. This is how you've communicated before, each seeking comfort and pleasure in the physical and emotional aspect of your bond. Your sex life is I'm getting comforting. It's touch, and it's caressing and hugs and kisses, and it's intimacy. But it only happens in the bedroom. I feel with the Devil card, the Devil tells me that there are times when you or your person fear losing this aspect of you're afraid that the strain with the finances and the mundane aspects of your relationship, someone else is going to swoop in and catch their eye. Because it's reversed, this is just a fear. It's not something that is actually happening. You or your person may be touch starved at this point, because the day strain may be bleeding into the night strain, or the night atmosphere. I do get the feeling it's because day-to-day drudgery and anxiety of regular life, it makes it harder to recapture that playfulness, which is what the Four of Wands reversed is talking about. That playful energy. When it's hard to find that when you get home from a full day of working, you may not be feeling well, and your person still has a long to-do list before bedtime to get done. So overall, your sexual energy, this is where you find the most comfort in this relationship. And this is what is one of the major factors that you both are still together, is because you care about each other a lot. Like the tenderness and the intimacy and the care and comfort that are in these images. This is your sex life. This is real. This is what you two have. It's only when we start throwing in financial worries and the boring stuff of adult life that it starts affecting this emotional connection. And then that's when you start fearing that someone else is going to come in and steal what you have, and it makes it harder to recapture that playful energy that you guys had in the beginning. All right, so next we've got the Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Knight of Wands, King of Swords. And actually for group 3, you guys had a 5th card pop out, and for you that card was Temperance. So right away, the Knight of Swords. This card is one of action and planning, rushing in to conquer and claim without taking the time to fully plan, followed by the Seven of Swords, that there may be some sneaky or underhanded behavior. So this may be that there's an opportunity for someone to make money, but it may not be what their partner is originally comfortable with, or it could be a risky situation. And so your person may feel that it's better to ask forgiveness than it is permission. And they feel that they, again, with the Knight rushing in, ready to conquer, but they feel that this is a great opportunity for them to help provide and to lessen the strain on your day-to-day life. But for whatever reason, this card, Fortune seems to favor it. Fortune favors a bold. So whatever issues that you may have with this connection in regards to this maybe underhanded or less than savory opportunity, it's going to work out, and it's going to do what it needs to be done. And for this connection to succeed. Like, they want this connection passionately. Like, they want this connection to work with you, and they want to continue to be with you, and they want to make you happy. And this is all stemming from a good place. Like, it is coming from the heart. They are doing this to take care of you and to provide for you the way they feel they should. Even if you tell them time and time again that you don't need this and you don't need that, they want to give this to you. And it works. And they eventually, they succeed. And they want to provide and take care of you. And the King of Swords followed by Temperance, like, this connection is one of event eventual balance, like emotional needs and earthly needs, like sex and financial stability. Like it's all there. Like she's half on land, half on water. She's been, pouring water from 2 cups, and he is sitting and in his throne. But you just have to be careful. However close and intimate these two are, is how separated these two are. So you have to remember to nurture the emotional and more tender aspects of this connection rather than just focusing on the financial stability and the earthly concerns. This is a connection of balance. You will get there, and this is an amazing card to have at the end of the reading. But it's gonna take work. Okay, it's gonna take work and understanding. So let's do some Romance Angel Oracle cards. So we've got, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. What does group 3 need to know about their person and connection? Does group 3 need to know about their person and connection? What does group... Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. And I think this definitely speaks to, nurturing the emotional and sexual aspect, as well as the mundane and the mental and earthly aspect of the relationship as well. It's all about balance. And can I get one more card, please? What does group 3 need to know? That one. Need to know. Okay. Trust. The situation is calling for both of you to have faith. Faith, trust, and pixie dust is what I'm getting. So like I said, this is a strong connection. This is a long-term connection. This is, for all intents and purposes, this is a marriage. And like any relationship, it takes work and it takes compromise and it takes understanding and coming together. So what astrological energy does group 3 have with their person? Let's do this. What energy does group 3 have with their person? Energy. One more, please. Energy does group 3 have with their person? Okay. One more shuffle and then I'm going to draw off, nothing jump out. So we've got Gemini and we've got Sagittarius. This could mean that one of you is a Sag, one of you is a Gemini. It can mean neither. This is just the energy. So we've got a definite hot and cold, in and out, kind of like yin and yang energy, like logical and emotional. And then we've got fire signs, Sag, like all action, ready to go, bow held aloft, like they are ready to charge in. This is like hurry up and wait, or let's go to bed and worry about the other stuff in the morning. So that's the overall energy for this reading. Thank you, group 3. I'm sorry that was so short. If you have any questions, let me know. If this reading resonated with you, please leave a comment, submit a like, let me know. If there's something that you would like me to read for in the future, I'm more than happy to accept suggestions as well. If none of this resonated with you, thank you for checking out. As long as you did, I hope you come back some other time, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.